We are live, PitchGrounders. How's everything going? Let's wait for the audience to come in. Yes, we're waiting for the people to join in. We are live on Facebook, we are live on Facebook group, we are live on YouTube, and everywhere else that you can think of for today's webinar. Let's wait in for the people to join in.
Hi,
So
you
I see
can.
there are viewers joining in from our Facebook group. There are viewers joining in from our Facebook page. Welcome to this webinar. And in today's webinar, we're going to discuss some important topics. And this is the product launch of Recruiteze today. So if
Hi,
you're joining
everyone.
in from the US, good morning. If you're joining in from India or any other countries, good evening. Today we have Mr. Murli with us, who is the founder of Recruiteze.
Hi, everyone. And I'm looking forward to sharing this presentation with you and also showing a demo. And I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And this is exciting, launching on PitchGround and meeting all of you and uh, learning a lot from you through feedback and the questions. Looking forward,
Awesome.
everyone.
Awesome. So, Mr. Murli, um, how are you? How are you doing in this
I'm doing.
pandemic times?
Oh, I'm doing great. But as you know, this specific the way the industry we are in, software and SaaS, we are able to operate even during COVID. It's there are a lot of things like some of these industries which got affected. Some of the people with jobs. We are fortunate that way since we are in the software. Yes, business is not the same, it's less, but it's okay. We are able to still make progress. So we utilize this time to really make great improvements on the product, which you can see in the demo. We have put a lot of time into optimization. Everything we had in the list, right? We have been knocking it out and making it better. So this is a great time to get into Recruiteze because it's in really top shape. But every feedback we received at every time has been conquered so far. So, and we are looking for more feedback so we can keep making it better for everyone.
Awesome. If you're looking for feedback, PitchGround is the number one place because we're all here together as a family, uh, sharing our love for LTDs. That's lifetime deals. And yes, we at PitchGround are also bringing multiple lifetime deals every single day, every single month. And we are so happy to be launching Recruiteze tonight.
That's great. So yeah, I would welcome a lot of you to the Recruiters family too. That's how we operate.
Uh-huh.
And if you look at our reviews and everything, our differentiation is a great product with great customer service. So you are gonna love it.
Awesome. So for people who are joining this right now, today we have a presentation for you. A presentation which is going to talk about the hiring experience on what a candidate goes through in the hiring experience. After that, we'll be launching Recruiteze live on this webinar with a product demo. So if you guys are joining in, I'm from India, Murli is from the US. Where are you joining in from? Leave a comment down below.
Sure.
So, so Mr. Murli, like, have you done any webinars before?
Not many. We do demos all the time. We are planning to add webinars so that, but still the personal experience is better right now. But as we scale, we may have to do webinars instead of the one-on-ones. But we'll get to that point later. But for now, we are good.
Yes. Many founders who come to PitchGround get their first webinar experience on PitchGround, which is amazing and blows my mind as well because I'm like the first person you'll be doing webinar with, and that and you'll remember me. You'll remember the PitchGround experience. You'll remember the first webinar. I remember my first webinar as well. I was hella nervous, But you don't have to be, because we're all one family and we are here to support each other during these tough times. And we are launching Recruiteze.
That's great. That's great. Looking forward.
Awesome. So, Mr. Murli, can you tell us about, how did you get started by like with Recruiteze? Like, how did you get this idea of Recruiteze in your mind?
So Recruiteze started as iReformat. The domain initially was called iReformat.com. So we started as a resume formatting service for staffing agencies, which is a very unique product. Even now, we have to search hard to find something competitive. And it's still a manual process. So that's how we started, and we were doing beta and showing it to customers, and they said, hey, it's all great. We could also use an applicant tracking system to go with it. So that's how we started, and it evolved greatly. We put a lot of effort into the ATS initially, and now it's become a more CRM with all the CRM features added. So the evolution of the product has been mostly through feedback. The people, if you try it out, you'll see every feature has been thoughtfully designed and very, very usable and very, very simple. It has its own unique flavor. It's you will love it if you use it. And recently, when we started talking with PitchGround, they did help us, guide us a little bit through the user interface and usability in the sense. We had a product that people like, but now we have a product that people love. That's how we transformed once we added a great designer to the team who did extremely good work on the user interface and usability. And now it's I would say on par or better than most systems out there at this point.
Awesome. So I've tried Recruiteze, guys. Before getting on all this webinar, we usually try products. So I was curious. We took a demo and we tried the product, and I can tell it to you straight away that from today onwards, all your hiring problems would be solved. The first problem that Recruiteze solved for us was applicant tracking. So we posted jobs. By the way, we are hiring. So we posted jobs, and what happened was there were multiple people, many people, like 5, 10 people applying for the same job. And what that happened was managing all these applicants was really, really tough for us. Second, then there were like multiple process and multiple steps that takes place in the hiring process, isn't it? So we need to like add the collaborators in, etc. And it kind of took a toll on my productivity at work, because I was all the time sitting and hiring people, going through the applicants. It was replying on Gmail, getting those applicants into a spreadsheet, and then manually showing it to Udit. And oh my God, that was a tedious process. I thought like Recruiteze, what it does is like it combines all this tedious process into one single dashboard. That's right, one single dashboard. You post a job, you just click a button, and your job gets posted to multiple job portals at the same time. So if you're like worrying about if you're not getting enough candidates, or if you're worrying about too many candidates, this is the perfect solution for all your hiring needs. And today we are launching it live on PitchGround with Mr. Murli, who is the founder of Recruiteze, a product that will solve your hiring problems forever.
Sure.
So,
That's great. That's great. I will explain more on some of the things that help with the system. For example, people think people for a CRM is like used a lot. Every company thinks it's used, but still a lot of recruitment still happens in spreadsheets and email. So every company might not be hiring all the time, but even some hiring you do, if you put it through a system, your data stays there forever. And for example, you have a recruiter or a person who's hiring, he leaves the company, a lot of information sits in their email or in their hard drives, or the resumes in somewhere in the hard drive. So it's all this data is not usable because you have the data, but you can't search through them. You can't go back and look what happened. So you need a repository, and we'll talk. I mean, as more people join, there are a lot of
Yes,
benefits of an applicant
absolutely.
tracking system, CRM, so which can really streamline this whole process, and with a simple system, makes your life easier.
Absolutely. And you will know all about Recruiteze in the demo that we'll do after a short presentation that we have for you. So, Murli, whenever you're ready, I'll just go vanish behind the screen. I'll leave the stage to you. You can share your screen and share the presentation with the PitchGrounders today.
All right, let's get going. I am ready, and I'm not gonna bore you with a lot of stuff, but it's gonna be a lot of talking, but more about sharing. What are you all able to see my screen?
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we go, I mean, what I'm going to be talking about today is candidate experience, and I'm the founder of Recruiteze. That's just the introduction, and so why is candidate experience important? So I don't know if everybody will be aware, but people, so at a high level, candidate experience is here. This is not I got it from the internet, from recruiting.com. So this is what it says. What is candidate experience? It offers a clear, honest, and consistent communication. So that's what the main thing about candidate experience. Candidates love communication, right? So a simple thing could be when somebody applies, an acknowledgement email goes out saying, hey, we received your application. That's great. That's like a stock email that goes out all the time. But if you had a little bit more context and hey, we received it, so somebody is going to get back to you, maybe a time or they can expect as the next step. So the more they are aware of what they can expect from the process, the candidates love it. You can read through it. I'll be mostly talking in general. So these days, I've been looking at LinkedIn. Some of the industries are suffering pretty bad, and I see stories from candidates who are applying to a lot of jobs, or some jobs where they go through multiple levels of interviews. That is, after applying for a lot of jobs, they go through multiple rounds of interviews, and at the end of it, they don't get any feedback, but the process ends. And so this is what you see. You or me or anybody would like to get his feedback. So, and also walking through the processing, where we are in the process. This is what it's going. So it's not only enhances the brand value, it builds a good reputation for the company, and candidates love to work with companies which have good candidate experience. So what is candidate experience? So as I said initially, maybe having information on your career page, right? Saying what you offer, maybe something, maybe one of your employees talking about what it is that you guys offer different, and your benefits. The more communication, the clear details, and maybe list your jobs on your career page along with the benefits and any other information that can help the candidates, and have a clear application process from the career page, which says what you're looking for, and that kind of stuff. So once they apply the acknowledgement, and sometimes it could be a lot of candidates, and some cases it may not make sense to, for example, if a retail person applies for a nursing position, it may not make so much sense. But if they're qualified, there should be a proper way to communicate. So a system can help all this. That's what a recruitment CRM applicant tracking system can do. But it helps a lot of things. So general, so what set realistic expectations. So some of the things that you can do on the careers page, and the mobile friendly application process, right? So that's something you need these days. It's very, very important, people to be able from the mobile. So yeah, every stage, treat them with respect, provide a pleasant and seamless interview experience. And so these are a few things. Gentle, respectful. This rejecting candidates also is something very important. I mean, so we have email templates, right? For example, we have email templates you can create for each of the workflow step, but we didn't automate it because the reason is it helps to have a little bit of a personal touch. We still made it real simple to send the email within 10 seconds or 20 seconds, but if you add a little bit of context, it helps, makes it a better experience for the candidate. So that's how, and rejecting candidates, yeah, definitely you have to let them know. And ideally, if there is some feedback, that's even better, saying why it was application was rejected. And let me go to the next screen. So I'm already at the next one. Hold on. Okay, what is candidate experience? I skipped a slide. I think this is the first one. So yeah, candidate experience is the communications, your advertisement. So having a detailed job description makes a big difference on clear expectations for the role. The career side, as I said, you could have benefits, any other information, useful information. The online application process, any communications, interview process, all this, the rejection or offer letter. So in general, so this is something we went through just now. So again, it's all about communication at every step of the way. So what is the benefits of candidate experience, right? You'll attract more applicants, you can compete for talent, your quality of hire will improve, will increase brand awareness. So these are a lot of benefits that can come with the candidate experience. So that's a simple presentation, and I can talk about, so any questions from anyone, please?
Guys, if you have any questions regarding how to hire or regarding the candidate experience, you can leave them in the comments down below. And during the demo, which you're going to present to you later on, if you have any questions regarding the product, regarding any of this presentation, you can always leave a comment down below and we will answer all your questions. So, yes.
So that's it in a nutshell. And I can talk about how a product can help with this candidate experience, right? What does a recruitment CRM offer for helping this? So the first thing is you can have a career portal and a career page widget where you can list your active jobs. So just by there are software just for listing your jobs on the career portal. So with Recruiteze, you can list your jobs on the career portal. You can create a custom application. It starts right there, and when somebody applies, it comes into your system. You can create a nice acknowledgement, a personalized acknowledgement email. The application comes to your database, and then once it comes to the database, you will also be notified saying, okay, there's a new application. Then you will look at the applications, and then you can make informed decisions at each step of the way. And at every here's the other thing. It's not only applications coming through your portal, right? You could also post and publish a job to numerous job boards with one click. So what that does, it will send you a stream of applications from various sources. And so then it will be your job to sort the candidates or applications and put them through the workflow and take it to the make a hire. And
Yes.
the
So
go ahead. Is there a question?
yes, Mr. Murli, we got a question from a PitchGrounder. His name is Brandon Burns, and he says, "So you mentioned that a job post is listed on multiple platforms.
Yeah,
So does this post to industry websites like Indeed or similar sites?"
it posts to Indeed, ZipRecruiter, ads in Glassdoor, Facebook Jobs, to Google Jobs, and about 10 other sites. Yeah, it does.
So Brandon, yes, it does post to Indeed and other job websites.
Any
We
other question?
can, nope, we can go with the presentation.
Yes. So as I said, you get these applications, and then all the communications you can manage through the system. You can also hook up your email address from your email provider like Gmail, Outlook, Office 365. So you can communicate through your email address, and it'll also show up in your sent box. And but it'll also, all the communication is still maintained in the system, in the applicant tracking system. And you can add notes. You can look at all the history. I mean, at any point, if you go back, you can see everything that happened with the hiring. You can see the hiring metrics. You can see the activities. You can save the notes, communications. So it's one place to manage all your hiring, from posting and publishing a job to managing the application process, everything.
Awesome. So he says, awesome. And Brandon, we're going to show you all that in the demo that we have planned for you guys today.
Great. Any other questions, pitch grounders?
I guess we'll get more questions as we proceed with the demo.
Okay, let's get going on the demo then.
Awesome.
Are you able to see my screen, Minank?
Yes, I can see a nice looking clean dashboard of Recruiteze.
Yes, great. So yeah, I will go through the usual demo we do when we talk to someone. So the first thing is, when you sign up, you end up on this page. This is like the setup page. What you would do, you would go here, set up a few things, your time zone, your date format. So this thing is right. This right now looking at all US work statuses. So you can edit it to make it localized for your country, and put some defaults. This helps as you're using the system, so that you don't have to repeat these things every time. So once you do that, you set up your career portal. This is fully responsive. It works. I mean, the whole system is fully responsive. It works great on a mobile, on an iPad, anywhere. And it's so simple to set up your portal. You go pick your logo, a subdomain. Usually your domain name could be used as a subdomain. Pick some colors to match your website. This is the header bar here, and this is the button color. So these three things just make it look so, make it so close to your brand. I'll show you a sample, and you can also pick what information you want to show on the job detail. When you see the sample site, you can understand what this means. You pick what it is, and you can create a custom application. There are a couple of fields available, a text and a paragraph. By default, everybody needs to fill out the first name, last name, email, mobile phone, and resume. Then you can add other things that matter to you, which helps your hiring. So once you design your application, this is the acknowledgement email I've been talking about. So here, these are all the fields available, and you can send a personalized email based on the candidate, job, and recruiter. One thing we have learned is recruiters don't want to use their email address because they'll be swamped with resumes. So they create another email address just for this, but we are planning to enhance this so that the from address can be something else other than your logged in email address. And you can, it's a free flow text. Just use these fields anywhere you want. And a nice personalized email goes out to the candidate. And this is the last part. And all you have to do is copy this widget and put it onto your website, HTML, and it will show a nice career page which fits right on your website. This is our sample widget here. It can go anywhere on the website, ideally on your careers page, and you can have content all around it. And this is how it looks. This is not a good one. So yeah, this is the portal you just designed. You would design with your logo and stuff. And from the career portal, you go and look at the job and apply. And this, you can also share this link in your email footer or something. And this is your career portal. And that also fits right on your website. And that's it. That's within 5 minutes, you have a career portal and a widget that you can put on your website.
Awesome.
Any questions there?
Yes, we have questions coming in.
Okay.
Brandon asks, do you need to build an application portal yourself, or can you provide a link to a pre-existing application portal?
No, so the thing is, everybody needs their own portal, and every widget is going to be unique for the company. So there's no pre-built, but it's, yeah, you can build it yourself with your for your company. So we can't have one common thing for everyone. So it's going to be one per client.
Awesome. Brandon, I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, guys, regarding Recruiteze, you can leave them down in the comment section and we will answer all your queries, because we don't leave any query unanswered. Whether you post it in a group, you post it here, you mail us, Team Recruiteze is always here, Team PitchGround is always here to solve all your queries.
Is there any other questions, Minang?
Nope.
And there are a few things here. You can set up your company required, and you can set up your email provider. This is what I was talking about. You can do Gmail or any of this with OAuth. So once you set up, the next thing is, if you have a job ready to post, all you do is go here, fill in the information, and you can post and publish a job. If you want to publish it to the job boards, you just click on save and publish. You can always go and publish it at any time. You just don't have to do it only when you add a job. You can always go activate, deactivate, publish anytime. So there's it. You just select this checkbox and click on save, and it gets distributed. By default, all jobs go to your careers page, but if you don't want it on the career page, all you have to do is uncheck this and save. It's as simple as that, publishing to job boards. And it's not instantaneous, right? We don't push the jobs to the job boards. They come and pick up the index, the feed. So some job boards do it in a day, once a day, some do every hour. So Yeah, it is there in the index, but it doesn't mean it's on the job boards right away. So I just want to make that clear for everyone. And once you publish, yeah, here's the beauty of it. You can clearly see this is a job detail, right? You can go here and clearly see, as this is where it shows your credits. These are the job publishing credits. You don't have, you have 3 remaining and 0 published. This is a test account. I don't publish anything here. And you see the job. You can see any activities that happened when it was created, updated, deactivated. You can see where the applications came from and which are the workflow states they are in. And you can also go look at the candidate. So there are multiple ways to look at it. I'm just showing the job detail for now. You can change the workflow state. But ideally, where you would end up when you get the applications is not here. This is like later at some point when you're looking at renewing a job or deactivating or anything else. But ideally, you would look at it from My Jobs here, where you would see the applications. This is the main applications view. Here, you have a lot more options. And you can look at the sources, everything again. And this is where the whole candidate details are visible. For example, you can look at the resume. You can forward this resume. So this is where the email templates help. You can quickly pick an email template. The email is ready to go. And you can quickly send an email. And this is where you would do the workflow. You can do it in multiple places. This is one of them. Everywhere the experience is the same. You change the workflow state. And you can save and notify. This is what I was talking about, the work candidate experience. What we have done is we could send emails automatically, but there won't be a personal touch. So we have added a little step for you to pick a template. I add a little bit more context to a general template and send, so it makes it a lot more authentic. So that's how you could do very quickly, go through the resumes and add some context and keep the candidate happy, and also look for good experience all around. So you can also add a task. Say you talk to this person and they say, hey, call me back in a week or a month, or you want to follow up with them in 6 months. You add a task, very simple, add a date, and you follow up. It also shows all the activities that went through for this candidate, system activities, and any contact history. You can contact the candidate, right? So you go here, pick an email template. Very quickly, you can contact about this job or any other job. And you can edit the candidate. You can, so here's the beauty of it. You looked at this candidate, you looked at everything you need to know. You can attach any documents. Some professions require licenses and that kind of stuff. You can store all the documents here and whatever matters. And you can add a note. You can do all this from multiple places, right? You can do everything from here. And as you are scrolling through, you can do from there. And on the mobile, this works great because all these links are clickable and will take you to the appropriate sections. And what else would you, okay. And here's the other thing. You are looking at these applications. You can quickly run them through just by clicking on the next button. You go one by one and finish up through all your applications. And you can bookmark a candidate and you can add a note from here. You can do everything you did in the detail right here. And you can look at the people in the different states, the candidates. So you look at all these candidates in the state and maybe you want to update all of them. You can do that. You can change the state. So that's the applications view. And then you can manage your contacts or groups or hiring managers and your tasks, your jobs, And your users, this is where you would add your users, and all of them. You can add a couple of different types of users. An admin and a user. So the user won't see some of these like administration setup wizard, but they will be able to do everything else. And then there is the activity report. So you as an admin want to see what happened today or this week, or if you have recruiters working and you want to know what they're doing, you can go look at their activity and exactly everything has a context. Okay, this is what they did for this candidate, that kind of stuff. And this is an activity report. And right on the dashboard, you can see your hiring metrics, right? So what happened this month? How many were received? How many were yes, no, maybe? And you can also go to the detail and you can look per recruiter, what they did. So that kind of stuff very quickly. And in the dashboard, you also see where it came from, the application. So this is, as I said, a test account. In your case, you would see applications coming from Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Google, wherever. And you can see a few things last month, what happened, in the quarter, what happened. Very quickly, you have your metrics. And the dashboard has some things which you can quickly look at, things you have just looked at. Oh, these are the candidates I was just looking. These are the jobs I was working with. And that's it in a nutshell. So any questions here, please?
So PitchGrounders, there you go. You saw Recruiteze live in action. And right now, Recruiteze is on a lifetime deal. It will go live any minute right now. So get ready with your wallets and you can give Recruiteze a try. And if you don't like Recruiteze, all you can do is process a refund within the next 60 days. You have the PitchGround guarantee. We give you that PitchGround guarantee. So if you have any doubts regarding Recruiteze, regarding the presentation, regarding like how to go with the product, or you can leave them in the comment section down below and we will answer all your questions regarding this product that will make your hiring easier.
Easier and efficient. So yeah, that's two things. So sure, I'm happy to answer any questions. And as I said, this product has evolved over a period of time. It's quite mature, and it's not like an introductory product. It is competitive with very mature products out there as far as the feature set is concerned.
Recruiteze is hiring made simple. So, pitch grounders, if you have any question, you can leave them in the comment section down below. And what you just saw is the demo of Recruiteze and how you can simplify your hiring process by using a tool like this. Now you can add the applicants, you can add hiring managers. It's a pretty useful tool going on a lifetime deal
Yeah,
on your
and
favorite marketplace.
yeah, and you can manage your contacts. I didn't show that, but it's a similar thing with the contacts. Again, you can manage tasks, you can look at the activities, you can look at the communication. So if you have contacts, you can also look at all the jobs that were posted for that contact and any applications. It's it's available everywhere, and everywhere there is a hyperlink you can click and you can see the information associated.
Yes. Absolutely.
All right. Any other questions?
So we're looking at the comment section down below, and we have people who are watching this webinar right now. This was Recruiteze for you, and this will make your hiring process simpler. We'll be using Recruiteze for our own hiring process, hiring jobs, etc. And we recommend you to use a system which can make it simpler for you. Why unnecessarily complicate things by making use of Gmail, by making use of spreadsheets, tracking all the applicants, and causing a mayhem in your inbox when you can use a simple software which is on a lifetime deal and simplify all the headache, remove all the headache, and throw it away in the dustbin regarding hiring with Recruiteze. So we are taking in a couple of more questions before we wrap up today's launch session of Recruiteze. So if you have any questions down below, you can leave them in the comment section. But if you have any questions that are raised after this webinar, if you're having doubts or if you're finding it difficult to navigate any part of the screen, feel free to reach out to Team Recruiteze. Feel free to reach out to Team PitchGround. We are always here to solve any query that you have.
All right, Minak, any other questions?
So I guess PitchGrounders have understood the webinar quite well and the tool quite well. So I guess that's it for today's session of Recruiteze. Guys, Recruiteze will be live and you can go check it out on your favorite marketplace, that is PitchGround. And since we don't have any more questions, let's wrap up today's session. Thank you so much for joining today's webinar with Mr. Murli, who is the founder of Recruiteze. We are so happy that you're here. And Mr. Murli, thank you so much for joining today's webinar.
All right, everyone. Looking forward to working with you and getting your feedback as we evolve the system. Thank you all.
Awesome. There you heard Mr. Murli. We're going to have many webinars coming soon. So stay tuned and have a great day for people in the US and have a great evening for people in other countries. See you soon and have a great weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.